Okay, so it is thunderstorming where I am. I am really bored. And let's see. I hoped that I wouldn't have to use the PlayStation today because of the thunderstorm, but I'm bored and I can't help it. So here we go. Let's hope I don't fry the system.
Welcome back, everyone, to the NFL on EA Sports from Oakland, California. You haven't missed too much just yet. We're still in the first quarter and ready for a kickoff. Carlson now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one.
God, that was such a close freaking call.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is going to be incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right and got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 19.
Man, that was like a superhero move. Shit.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Carr to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So
That's
they will
bullshit.
accept the penalty and move forward. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll give it to Gordon out of shotgun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Carr, he's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
extra point attempt to come here. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he cuts it right into space. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Rivers. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
390.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Oh, my God. That could have been bad.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
6-18.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
They gonna need some therapy. Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing again. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
Oh, my God.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
734. Hey, orbit. 57's the mic.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, Alpha.
To throw again. Carr. All going deep here for Taylor. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing now is Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. 2nd down and goal. Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the LA Rams. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one out west. The Seahawks and the 49ers from Santa Clara to wrap up Week 10. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
57's the mic. 57. Hey, Delta. Get down. Let's get off the field, D. 57. Mike, 57.
Here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run it here with Gordon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, I'm glad I recorded this shit.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
first and 10. Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead.
All right. So, basic offense. I need to keep these guys thinking they're
Following
going
the
to get
touchdown,
the play,
Badgley out
but
there
they
to kick
really
it
don't.
away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Shit.
Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. Hey, echo. 57. Mike, 50.
Throwing again. Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. And a completion to Wilson. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Come on. False start.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Stop your whining.
Now Carr again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come on, start. Start. Oh God, I'm gonna. Fuck.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. That's it.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On fourth down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's sick. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Oh, yo, what's going on, guys? All right, so quick couple of notes. I have a war book right now in this game, and listen, I've listened to The Art of War. I've played 10 years of chess, and I'm treating this game like I would wartime strategy. Here's my thinking. I'm gonna go to here. You have someone like Derek Carr who has got a deep throwing arm. You're gonna use that to your advantage. So for me, I'm someone that knows air. I want to get as much air flying balls into the red zone as possible. Because as they say, there are 4 elements that you have to be concerned about in wartime. Air, land, sea, and 3 elements. And so the team opposing to me is more concerned about their ground game. I'm not concerned about that. I could care less about my ground game. My rushing stats are horrible. But my passing stats, 446 passing yards in the air, and the most sacks in my division, the most sacks in the NFL. So I think that's going to cut it. Defensively, I'll be concerned about my ground game. Offensively, I'm looking at the fact that I could sit there and pass the ball over 50 yards in one shot and surprise attack the end zone with a touchdown after passing the ball up to 50 yards in the pocket. So that's my strategy. Part of my strategy. I'm not revealing everything, obviously. But, I think I'm doing pretty well so far. And then you want to make sure you wear them down. Each time you want to make them get something just a little farther up. And then each time they get it up, you get 6 times better. So you build.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. With it is Brown. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Just like that.
Carr now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 82 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Shit.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To throw, Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Rivers. He's got Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go!
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
I'm going back to you.
Rivers again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To the air again here, Rivers. He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Step 180. Step 180. All day, every day, any day.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Gets it to Gordon.
Oh!
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Excuse me. Jesus Christ, I did that on camera. Too much Diet Coke.
Set. Round 80. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Rivers on first down. His throw incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he'll go down inside the 15 in his own 13-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here now, Johnny Townsend on presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers on the money, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers going underneath for Gordon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Rivers toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Rivers. Open man is Cantrell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
And heading out for another drive, the Raiders defense. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Maybe a free play here for Rivers. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
What the fuck?
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Back to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Rivers. And this is caught at the 8. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the home. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. One last shot now for Rivers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Oh!
No doubt they had to go for 2 to tie the game. Now they need a miracle on the onside kick.
They gave it their best shot. Can they pull it off here and maybe get one of those onside kicks that bounces perfectly, and they can grab it and run it all the way to the other end zone? That's what they're down to at this point.
Unfucking believable.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black.
That's it, baby. We got one.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Oakland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our
that fucking sack saved my ass. Shit, motherfucker. Holy. That fucking sack saved my ass. Holy shit, that sack in the last second of the game saved my ass. Oh man, talk about a week 10. Oh, balls. Fucking sack saved my ass. I'm not going to be able to get over that for a while. What are my standings? Hold on a minute. Hold on, what are my standings? Oh shit. Oh my god. So man, son of a bitch. Okay. Alright, I'm a wild card. I'm officially a wild card. Oh my god. So I could get bumped up to what? 7th place? Um, holy shit. Okay, when am I playing the Colts? That's gonna be a big determination. Okay, so I gotta win every single one of these games. Okay, this is doing the impossible. It's doing the impossible. You're not playing the Colts, which is good, but you might face them in the playoffs. Okay. Um, God, the Broncos suck. Look at the Broncos. They're 2-7. Oh, the Bengals are easy. That's it. That's an easy win. That's what, 3-6, and the Seahawks are 0-10, and the Broncos are 2-7. Right now, I'm a wild factor. What's the Jets? Okay. Let me check the Jets. Oh, the Jets are an easy win. And Kansas? Okay, Kansas. What's Kansas? Kansas is 5-5. So that's a determination game. Everything up to Kansas is good. And then the Titans and the Jaguars is good. Alright. Hold on. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Alright, so wait a minute, hold on. Okay, good. Let's see. Now, here's what we need to do. We need to, first off, I'm gonna check the news and see if I made the headlines. Brown goes wild versus the Chargers. Oh man, I like that shit. When I'm breaking the World Wide Web. Alright, give me a minute, I gotta take a drink of Diet Coke. I didn't have a good night last night. Here we go. Alright, now it's time to see if I won any of my transactions. Alright, team. Let's see if Tom Brady's a free agent yet. Alright, and there we go. Before I do this, I just gotta get another Diet Coke. And we are good. Oopsies. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's rock and roll.
Mixin', fixin' for another big game. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see running back Joe Mixon coming off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay in Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Division leaders. Division leaders, motherfucker! Division leaders! This is how you play football.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Automatic first down.
The Bengals.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's complete to John Ross.
Oh!
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right
Come on,
there
money
to
throw,
move the
money
sticks.
throw, money throw. Give me a money throw. I want some money here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. The numbers for Mixon last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Oh,
He's going to be taken down.
Sack,
back around the
motherfucker.
35-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Come on, come on, come on. Sack him, sack him, sack
Dalton
him,
on the
sack
draw
him.
to Mixon.
Sack him and rack
And
him.
a good tackle
Oh,
there right
fuck.
around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup
Rack
there,
him
but
and
it's going
rack
to take him
That's
to
it.
4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
Hit it,
that's a
don't
big
quit
day.
it.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Sack him and rack him. Hit it, don't fucking
First and
quit
10
it.
for Dalton. Got his man at time.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's
and
it. That's
Eifert
the
may be
injury.
in some pain. Staying down following that play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come on, hit it. Oh, my fucking God.
Here's Dalton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dalton.
Oh, fuck, flag.
And that is incomplete.
False
So
start.
typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
Shit. Come on, boys. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Oh, fuck. It's not in. It's not in. It's not in. Look at that. He's going to call it in. That's what this fucking ump is going to do. Are you fucking kidding me?
After review of the play,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then
fuck
you get the
you.
verification you were right,
Fuck
a sigh of
you.
relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication
Fucker.
as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh, shit. Fuck the ump. Fuck the ump. Jackass.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
The ump can go fuck himself.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Raiders under head coach John Gruden in his second go-round. Leading them out, their 6-year quarterback, hailing from Fresno State. That's Derek Carr.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now movement on the right. So a flag down here on our very first play. That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
52nd. Mike.
Carr now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
Fuck!
Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What the fuck is
So
wrong?
they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh!
Be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there.
Man, if this ump just cost me the game, I'm going to be fucking
Here they are
pissed.
for Cincinnati. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh!
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Okay, this is
Here's
not...
Johnny Townsend to punt it away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be, what do we need to get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and that's incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Shedding the tackle. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
I need a
and the
fucking
offense
miracle.
will take over with a new set of downs. And now here come the Raiders. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3 and
now
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive.
Oh!
It's inside the 25. A big play that time.
Oh, hell yeah! 49-yard reception.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So that'll back him up 5. To throw his car. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Oh,
back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like...
That is touchdown Raiders! Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
What the fuck? Fuck you!
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw here, Dalton. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Man, right now I'm in fucking recovery.
Mixon with a first down.
Oh,
carry.
yeah.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of
Suck,
scrimmage.
motherfucker.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
On 2nd down, here's
What?
Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Good, because now I can whip your ass.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way
Fuck
in
off!
for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His
Fuck
5th
off!
touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
All right,
No,
you know what? I'm terminating it. I'm terminating it. Yeah, exit. We're not saving. Fuck that. I'm not putting up with that fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Goddamn piece of shit fucking ump. Fuck the ump to hell. Cost me the fuck. Man, that was fucking bullshit. That was fucking bullshit. I'm sorry for cursing like that, but that's a pile of horse shit. I just want to move on to the next week. That was a fucking load of bullshit cock-sucking ass.
Mixin', fixin' for another big game. It's the coach.
Now we'll see what this offense can do as they'll get their first shot here with less than a minute gone by in the first quarter. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Safarian Jenkins has it. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Fuck the out.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
To throw, it's Carr. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
Again, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A big play that time. For the Raiders, 46 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't...
Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. And he'll end up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Now Joe Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun, Dalton to Mixon on the check down. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the second quarter. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his... But how about this, a fake? But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna lose. I'm not saving. Alright. What are my options? I'm thinking. Okay. That was terrible. Alright. I'll take it. Let me see my standings. Alright. So, alright. Let me think. I'm thinking. I'll be right back.
Select the team you want to join.